Good morning, everyone. Hope you all are fine. We already discussed about the skill of introduction. Today, we will discuss about the skill of achieving closure. Closure may be technically defined as the direction or directing attention to the completion of specific task or the learning sequence. As we know, everything has an beginning and an end. Closure is indispensable in teaching and it is mainly related to the last part of the lesson, and the last part of the lesson has special significance. In order to make the closure effective, a teacher should always plan in advance how he will proceed in his lesson, and the proper timing is one of the prerequisites of efficient teaching. Always a lesson begins with a set of induction and ends with the closure. It is always concerned with the ways of closing the teaching and the learning process. And we should know that, like the introduction, the success of teaching depends to a great extent on how teacher finishes his lesson. The finishing of the lessons should be smooth and spontaneous such that students have a lingering sensation of the same. There are different kinds of closures. These are instructional closure, cognitive closure, and the social closure. A proper closure not only gives a clear idea about the content of the lesson but also helps in preparing the students for the lesson of the next day. So, if we talk about the instructional closure is reached when the lesson is completed and the teacher shows the link between the past knowledge and the new knowledge. Cognitive closure is reached when the students have reached the closure and have made the link between old and the new knowledge. And if we talk about social closure, it is the act of giving pupils a feeling of achievement after a lesson and encouraging them to continue to strive and make improvements. So, whenever students face any difficulty, they are encouraged to continue striving. Usually one uses social closure only at the end of lesson or at the end of particularly difficult learning sequence. And if we talk about the cognitive one, it is directed at the consolidating what the students have learned and focusing their attention on the major points which are covered in the lesson. Now, in the next class, we will learn about what are the different ways by which we can give a good closure. Okay, so there are many ways by which a teacher can give a good closure that we would be definitely learning in the next class. Till now, hope all of you understood what a closure is, how we can achieve the closure, what are the types of the closure, okay, and why it is important and how it is important as much as the introduction part. Okay, bye bye all of you, take care and good day.